Hi, I'm Steve Saylor. I'm blind, and if you're wondering how I'm able to play video games if I'm blind, if you take a look at the video here, you can be able to see exactly what I see when I'm playing video games. I think I put that there directly. Anyway, today I'm doing a Blind Gamer Reacts to Inside Xbox, the May 2020 announcement. This is where we're going to see all the Xbox Series X optimized games, and we're going to be seeing some cool announcements, and I'm really excited. So basically, I'm also going to be reacting to a lot of the accessibility that I'm hopefully going to be able to see within this. I may not, but this may just be a fun time, but we'll see. Anyway, we're about 20 seconds in. Ooh, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Let's do this. Oh, I can't wait. So I'll be commenting along just if I find anything about anything accessibility related that I just sort of pick up, I'll be talking about that as well. So yeah, let's do this. Come on, baby. I'm so excited, 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 so excited. There it is. There's the music that I know. Come on, Major Nelson. Or we got Phil Spencer.
Everyone, this is Aaron Greenberg from Team
Okay, Aaron Greenberg's fine.
I'm excited to be coming to you here live from my kitchen. I'm drinking nonstop drinks.
He has this Series X in his fridge.
First, I want to let you know, a lot of people have been wondering, what are we doing this summer? Well, we're not taking the summer off. We're working hard. Teams cannot wait to deliver new games.
I love that. I love that so much.
So it's time to get hyped. You're going to see today the first ever Xbox Series X gameplay from our partners around the world. Damon and the leader of our partnership team have brought some of the best developers and creative teams to the table. They're going to be joined by Jeff, Katarina, and Malik. Team Xbox coming in strong. It's an exciting day. We know fans have been waiting for this, but also we know you're wondering what's going on with Xbox Game Studios. You guys have 15 creative teams now around the world. You blew us away at Xbox.
Yeah, I want to hear about it.
The Game Awards with Hellblade 2. We know you've got more. Of course we do. And with that, I want to welcome the head of Xbox Game Studios, Matt Booty, to tell us.
Thanks, Aaron.
Oops, sorry, I hit the volume.
I want to start by saying that our first concern is really with the safety of our teams and, of course, their families. And that's why they are all working from home right now, whether it's in Sweden, the UK, Canada, or the US.
Yeah.
And I've really been impressed with the ingenuity and the creativity that they've shown to get around some of the challenges of working from home and to keep production moving forward.
That's right.
Lineup of games.
Shout out to the devs that are having to work from home.
We will be unveiling gameplay from our studios starting in July, including some
July.
Of our newer studios, Terrifying, Ninja Theory, and Obsidian.
Whoa, Matt! It feels like we might have left some off the list there.
Yeah, and Aaron also 343 and Halo.
Ooh, stay tuned to July for some Halo.
You've been waiting. The world's most anticipated game, July. Mark your calendars. Xbox Game Studios. We've got teams around the world that are working on big surprises, big reveals for you. I could not be more excited. I can tell you we're going to.
Sad that we had to wait till July, but you know what? I get it. They want to get it right.
Today, we're going to put the spotlight on our partners and let them shine and show you what Xbox Series X gameplay look like.
Because I want to see that Valhalla footage. I hope this is the boot up, like the boot up video that you get when you get turn on Xbox Series X. First look Xbox Series X gameplay. Oh! I'm so excited. Every game you're about to see is being optimized for Xbox Series X. Yes. Bring it on. Bring it on. I want to see it. Plays and presents. I don't know who the heck those people are. Wow, this looks gorgeous. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Oh. What do we have here? This looks like we're in Japan, I want to say. Just looking at the kind of the surroundings. But like a Japan we ain't seen before. That's for dang sure. Oof, look at this. Look at this. What the heck? Guns and swords? What in the world are we playing? And a bow and arrow. Oh, what the hell? What game is this? Oh, I'm excited. I am excited. Come on, give it to me. Everything looks pretty, like, large. And cars! It's a DeLorean! Is that seriously a DeLorean? What game is this? Bright Memory Infinite? I want that. Pump it into my veins. That looked dope.
What you just witnessed was Bright Memory Infinite from Playism, created from the ground up by a single individual at FYTV Studio in China. Developers are using hardware to achieve their dreams and their nightmares in amazing ways, using the power to optimize their games the way they want.
One guy made that?
Frame rates, ray tracing, and yes,
holy crap!
But it's also awesome to see the partner support for smart delivery, ensuring that fans only have to purchase the game once to enjoy it on whichever Xbox system they own or will own in the future. So, over the next 25 minutes, we're going to debut just a slice of the amazing next-gen games you can expect from our partners this holiday and early next year.
Oh,
and
come on.
Because we read the interwebs, everything you see here will highlight the in-game experience, with actual gameplay captured in-engine to give you the best sense of what to
expect. That Bright Memory Infinite, that sold me. Day one purchase, 100%.
And enjoy the following dreams being powered by Xbox.
All right, come on. What's next? I'm excited. World premiere. Is this a new Forza game? No, it wouldn't be because it's not an Xbox Studio. So this has got to be something different. Codemasters. Okay. You know, I mean, as much as I liked racing games back in the day, I don't know. There hasn't really been one that kind of like sold me, other than Horizon 4. It's just hard for me to be able to drive. Which, to be honest, you know, I can't drive anyway, so it just only makes sense that I can't drive in game. Although I did do a video where I did drive for the very first time. If you take a look, if you just, yeah, go to my YouTube channel. I mean, this looks like dirt rally racing or something. It is dirt. It's Dirt 5. Oh, dirt rally racing. Okay. Okay, Xbox, I see you. Oh boy, this looks good. This looks creepy. This is gonna be an Xbox Game Pass. Okay. What the heck is that? That's creepy as hell. What the heck? What in the world is this? Looks like aliens. Looks like aliens crossed with the Matrix or something. I have no idea what this is. Okay, that's growth. Ow. Growth. Gross. This looks creepy. This looks creepy. Ew. Scorn? What the heck was that? What the heck was that? That just looked weird.
Together, we built order out of chaos. Each trial, each tribulation.
Smart delivery, okay. So this will be on Xbox One and Series X.
Now we live in an age of unprecedented peace.
Interesting.
We have prevailed.
Ooh.
Thanks to her. Let her ascension serve as proof.
What is this?
It is in her honor that we strive for chorus.
What is this? I'm liking it. What? Okay.
Ends with us.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Corvus? Is that how you say chorus or chorus or Corvus? I'm gonna say chorus. I don't know. That looks cool. Okay. All right, you got me a little bit of that one. I was like, yeah, that seemed pretty cool. Madden.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for letting me crash the show. This is Patrick Mahomes, quarterback for the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. I hope all of y'all been staying home, staying safe, and playing a ton of video games together. But hey, I'm here because I have a privilege of telling you this. Madden 21 is coming to Xbox Series X, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. It's been a journey that's older than me, and I was lucky enough to be a part of it this year. Like
that's so weird that this is older than him.
You're about to go.
Oh man, I remember this. Oh. Yeah. Oh man, this brings back memories. Yeah. Oh God. I remember playing a lot of Madden with my brother and even my dad, because he was he got my brother and I into football.
They'll look to throw.
Oof. Wow. Man, the memories of playing this franchise.
Brady gonna try and throw on third down. He's gonna fire one deep.
This is so dope. The AI that must go into this, every single version of this, they always seem to improve it.
There's
and it's so cool.
Madden 21 news coming soon. And the game isn't just about what you can see, it's about what you can feel. But here's the best news. When you buy Madden NFL 21 on Xbox One, you get it free on Xbox Series X. I'm looking forward to it, and honestly, I'm ready to just get back on the field. Enjoy the rest of the show, and get ready to feel next level with EA Sports.
I like it. All right, cool. I'll check it out. I haven't played a Madden game in a long time, so yeah, I'll check it out.
Thanks to EA for giving us that sneak peek at Madden 21, optimized for Xbox Series X. I mean, that was awesome.
Cool.
So my name is Sarah Bond, and I lead partnerships for Xbox, which means I get to work with the thousands of developers and creators around the globe that are creating games on, with, and for Microsoft platforms. I just love my job because it's all about connecting.
I love it. Still teasing the Valhalla gameplay. All right.
They love games. And boy, have they been busy. They are creating right now games that are going to define the generation, experiences that are just going to blow your mind away. And I am thrilled to share with you that every major publisher worldwide is developing for Xbox. And we already have hundreds of games coming to Xbox Series X in 2021.
Yeah. I'm like, if I pause this, do I see what it's there?
I've never seen partners as excited about Xbox and Xbox Series X as they are right now.
Nothing I'll say about EA. EA does pretty good accessibility for the sports games. Shout out to Karen Stevens who helps that. That's pretty cool. Ooh, okay, so this will be Xbox One and Series X. Oh boy. Okay, why do you gotta be creepy like that? Why? Ah. Okay, why?
Darker shame, darling, darker shame.
Like why you gotta be creepy?
For all the joy and pain. Picture show.
I mean, this Grinch remake is a little harsh. I mean, I knew that Grinch wanted to steal Christmas. I didn't mean literally steal Christmas from everybody.
Let's show them how we do.
What is this?
Bye-bye now. I can see hearts carved on a tree. Let us intertwine for old time. Yours and mine. That was fine.
What is this?
Thank you for seeing me again.
What is this? I love it.
We go our separate ways. Still the memory stays for always. My heart says.
Uh-oh. He's gonna get it. Night falls. Oh! You rise. Oh, it's a vampire game. Oh, is this Vampire the Masquerade?
Darker shame.
It is. Oh. Okay. I mean, I was sort of sold on it before when I saw it, but man, and that trailer just blew me away. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I mean, I usually am not that into creepy stuff, but I mean, that like Vampire the Masquerade. Okay.
Oh, Harry.
Oh, I thought, I seriously thought this was Batman again. Oh, I was about to get really excited.
How strange that your trail ends here. The very island of my dreams.
What is this?
When you left, I was withering away. But here, on this extraordinary isle, I dare say I've found my strength again.
Huh. So we haven't seen any gameplay with any HUDs really at all. It's mostly just
whispers of things long forgotten.
I mean, everything looks great, but nothing I can see as far as like that stands out accessibility wise. What the? Call of the Sea. Ooh. There's I think that's the first time I saw the optimized for Series X logo. Okay. I want that for a pin. I want to be optimized by Series X. A lot of space futuristic games we're seeing today.
Like you, most people have contracted their entire lives away to get here.
Okay.
Workers or indents, slaves in all but name.
Huh.
The Ascent Group arcology on Valhalla has shut down. If the latter is true, corporate grab teams will already be moving in.
Okay.
This is a crisis supernova. The Ascent Group has collapsed. We have a shot at true independence. And I won't let it go to waste.
Oh, okay.
We wish to test your abilities by giving you a special assignment.
So it's a top-down kind of scenario. Okay.
What happened?
See, these games are a little bit tougher for me just because of how further away the camera is away from the action. So at least it looks like it's going to be a combination of up close and further up. But I hope that there's at least some decent accessibility. Gears Tactics actually does it pretty well with this kind of like top-down interface. So I'm hoping that maybe the UI would have some pretty decent accessibility. The Ascent. Okay. All right. A little bit skeptical on that one, just because those kind of games don't usually do well accessibility-wise, but we'll see. Oh, Xbox Game Pass game. Okay, cool. I like seeing all the Game Pass stuff. That's great. I love Game Pass very, 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 very much. What's wrong? Oh no. Uh-oh. What the? Is this a Constantine game? The Medium. It almost looked like it could have been a Constantine game. Okay. All right. Interesting.
Hi. Hope you enjoyed the reveal of The Medium, our next-gen psychological horror game. We're very excited to announce that we're working on the project in cooperation with Akira Yamaoka, the legendary composer best known for the Silent Hill series.
Interesting.
So stay tuned.
Cool. All right. See, I really like these kind of like story-based games. Like it kind of has like it kind of has a vibe of like Hellblade, or the Plague. Was it the Innocence Tale? Something like that. Basically, the one about the plague. That one actually I really want to be able to play. I don't think about it. Oh. Is this Cyberpunk? No. No, Bandai Namco. You already said that. Why do I gotta repeat twice, Bandai Namco? We get it. It's you. What in the Sam hell is that? The others have arrived. Okay. They cannot be hurt. Well, then how do you kill them? You just avoid them then? They cannot be stopped. Well, okay, I got that part. So how do you stop them then? Until now. Oh, okay, all right. Well, whoa. That's a cool way to do anime style.
Ready?
Okay. I like it. I'm not usually that much into anime games, but this looks intriguing. Welcome to the OSF. Not gonna lie, this animation style intrigues me. It has that sort of like 2D look, but in a crisp and clean through a 3D way. Ooh, what? You're throwing a train? Okay. Oh, Scarlet Nexus. This looks interesting. Okay. Cool. It's also smart delivery. We're seeing a lot of those so far today. An Avalanche Studios group. Okay. A lot of first-person shooters today, or first-person kind of game. Wait. Is this Turok? It kind of does look like Turok, doesn't it? Like a remastered Turok. And we're fighting dinosaurs. Second Extinction, Reclaim Earth. Okay. I mean, you could just call it Turok and call it a day. But, all right. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of smart deliveries. A new Yakuza game. Okay. See, these kind of games are hard for me to play, again, also because of just everything being subtitles. Huh. It looks dope. Yakuza Like a Dragon. All right. Never played the Yakuza series. Mainly just because for that same reason.
こんにちは。セガの名越俊弘です。いよいよこの発表ができる日が参りました。シリーズの最新作であるヤクザライクアドラゴン。
Xbox Series X launch late. Oh.
シリーズ X
Okay, so it'll be available at launch. All right. As well as on Xbox Series, Xbox One, and Windows 10. Cool. Look forward to everyone pulling around the world getting to play it.
初めてこのタイトルを手にする方にも楽しんでいただきたい。
Both current fans and newcomers alike.
ゲームの限界に
Please check out Ryoko Kotaku Studio's latest effort to push the limits of video games.
というふうに考えております。ヤクザ
And stay tuned for more about Yakuza Like a Dragon.
お願いします。
Okay.
I hope you all enjoyed this brief peek at just some of the titles we have lined up for Xbox Series X. This is just the beginning. And personally, I can't wait to get immersed in these amazing games. But until then,
I'm just
going to have to live out that fantasy via custom backgrounds in Microsoft Teams. I'm gonna try out a few now. Maybe we'll go into the world of Scarlet Nexus, or maybe I could tear up the streets in Dirt 5, or, well, here's a quick view of Phil Spencer's home office. Oh, wait a second. We've got this inside look at the next Assassin's Creed game.
Okay, here we go.
With that, I'm going to leave you with the gameplay debut of the highly anticipated...
Oh, that's how we're going to end it. Okay, okay, all right. I was kind of hoping for a new Batman game from WB.
During these difficult times,
but you know,
for jojoining us.
Man, when are we ever going to see that? When are we ever going to see the new WB?
More about their thoughts on the next generation of game development.
When are we going to see about the new WB game? Come on!
Content premieres and announcements from Xbox Game Studios and our partners worldwide. Thanks so much.
All right, show me that sweet, sweet Viking footage, baby. Oh, man. It's a raven. I knew it. Yeah. Huh. Stonehenge. Okay. This looks dope. As it does. Okay. Okay. Yes. There's that raven.
Few titles command the respect and fandom that the Assassin's Creed series has garnered. And today, we get to talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla with its creative director, Ashraf Ismail, who's joining us from Montreal, Canada. Bienvenue to Inside Xbox.
Hey, Jeff. Pleasure to be here.
I'm so glad that you're here because I'm a huge fan of the series. After seeing the video that we just saw, I have literally hundreds of questions to ask you. But before we get into Valhalla itself, did I just see new Assassin's Creed gameplay for the first time?
Yeah, absolutely. That was directly from the game in all its Viking Age glory.
Let's talk about the Viking Age because Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Origins, these took place in antiquity. They were sun-drenched Mediterranean places, and this looks very different. It's different times.
That is true. That is true.
So what do you have for us with the Viking Age?
Yeah, so the Viking Age, it's named after one of history's most notorious warrior cultures. And this time period is highlighted by the invasion of England by this very large, hungry Viking horde. And at the time, England was a dark age tangle of broken warring kingdoms. So this was an absolutely brutal, pivotal moment in history that gave us the birth of the England we know today. So players can expect to fully live the Viking fantasy in a meticulously crafted journey in an Assassin's Creed world.
All right, so let's get a little bit more into this. There was a lot to take in that clip that we saw. I saw Viking longships. I saw some very mean-looking axes. Previously, we saw a hidden blade. So let's talk about some of the key new features that you're bringing to the table with Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah, what do we get?
Our hero, Eivor, is a Viking raider who's going to leave the snowy mountains of Norway for the lush rolling hills of England, propelled by the goal of settling their people and growing a thriving settlement. Now, England at this time is a hostile place. So to succeed, players will go raiding using their longships and raiding party. They'll assault giant fortifications in epic battles. They'll have to gain alliances with kings and legendary Vikings, and they'll be faced with some very harsh choices as the leader of a community. Along with that, where we've reinvented combat to be visceral, brutal, tons of enemy variety, dual-wielding weapons. We have a new fresh take on player progression, gear, and weapon systems. We're effectively pushing every single envelope to deliver this incredible Viking fantasy.
I love it.
This is music to my ears. Thank you so much.
Could set up better myself, Jeff.
Xbox Series X. We're talking about next gen. So, as a creative director, as someone creating a huge epic game, how do you take advantage of this new hardware?
Well, Assassin's Creed has always been committed to new technologies in order to push the most immersive experiences we possibly can. And so to have something like incredibly fast loading times,
I can't wait to play it.
Remove some of that friction from the immersion and create a game that's much more immersive. Norway and Dark Ages England are breathtaking living worlds. So to be able to push them further to their incredible potential, this is really wonderful for us. It's wonderful for our players. And additionally, I'm very happy to confirm that we are also offering smart delivery, which allows you to purchase the game once and play it on the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X.
That is great news, I think, for all the
awesome.
fans out there. They'll be able to enjoy it on the hardware they have now, maybe on the hardware that they are looking forward to.
That's dope.
Later this
I
year.
like that.
Thank
I
you
like
so
that.
much, Ashraf Ismail, for joining us and for sharing the very first details on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I cannot wait to see more.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. See, I hope also as well they kind of keep that stealth aspect of Assassin's Creed that I've always enjoyed. You didn't really see a lot of it in Origins or in Odyssey, but that was sort of my best way to be able to kind of sneak around, was to basically try to figure out a way to do the mission I need to do without killing anybody. This game, I mean, these games, you gotta kill everybody, but you know, I'm excited. I'm excited regardless.
We have seen so many great games today showcasing gameplay for Xbox Series X. So let's go to Malik right now with Robert Cart from Codemasters to talk Dirt 5.
All right, everyone, just a few minutes ago, you saw the reveal trailer of Dirt 5, and I kind of was left speechless, but I'm going to have to get it together here because we're going to dive even deeper into everything. Right now, we have Robert Karp, who is Dirt 5's development director, in the driver's seat.
Yeah, again, sort of these rally games or racing games.
Very well. How are you, Malik?
I don't know. It just seems like, what can you really do to improve the experience, to be honest?
Game in the series. Let's start with locations, because kind of the backdrop is kind of important for a racing game. So where are we going to be going in Dirt 5?
I mean, then again, it could be said for a lot of games.
Trailer, we had New York, then we went to China, and then we went to Norway. We've got lots more environments than that. Each of the environments are bespokely created based in real worlds for the tracks and the event types that we play in there. So for New York, for example, you saw us racing over the East River when it was frozen in winter. But you can play.
Oh, that's what that is. It was New York and the East River. Wow.
There you'll be able to race along Roosevelt Island on a couple of different tracks.
Interesting.
Experience. After that, we go to Brazil. We take in the favelas and Christ the Redeemer. We have tracks in Europe, in Italy, in Arizona. So there's really a really wide range of tracks with a really colourful and wide, different colour palette that offer really interesting, different experiences.
Super cool. I'm excited to see all the different locations, as well as how the weather's going to change. I'm personally a New York boy, so I'm excited to race in New York. But it is a racing game after all, so let's talk about some of the cars that we're going to be able to jump into.
We have one of the widest ranges of vehicles that we've had in a dirt game ever before. So you've got the rally cars that you saw some buggies in China. We also have sprint cars, which are really cool and interesting.
Sprint cars were something that my dad and my sister and I usually loved. There's a speedway near our home, my hometown, called the Merrittville Speedway, and they had a lot of sprint car races and demolition derbies. And my brother used to go too, but like my brother and I would sort of like before every race, we would pick. We didn't care what the car, who the driver was or whatever. We would pick the number of one of the cars, and that would be we would sort of semi-bet, quote unquote, on the races to see who would win, and we sort of like tally up our points, like how many wins and losses. I can't remember like who won the most or whatever. It was just a fun way for my brother, sister, and I to kind of get invested into the races other than just watching them. But it's like it gets very dusty in those because it's a dirt track, and sprints are also very loud. Like Merrittville Speedway, it's in an area where essentially like you can hear the noise of the races for miles, like going into the city, which was fun. Man, that brings back a lot of memories.
And play some games on the couch. So that's pretty cool. Now let's shift gears a bit into the career mode.
Shift gears, pun intended.
Known for the career mode and taking you through a bunch of different races. Can you talk a bit about the story there? And I hear Little Birdie has told me that there's a very dynamic duo in the voiceover booth. Let's talk about that as well.
There is a dynamic duo. So one of the things that I really enjoy about the career is the real world sponsors. So as you race, you'll sign up to real world sponsors who'll give you rewards and pay you to race for them. And talking you through that will be your mentor. He'll help guide you, give you tips and hints, and that's voiced by Troy Baker.
Everybody.
And there's really only one person to have as the protagonist to Troy Baker, who's the nemesis, and that's Nolan North.
Working Codemasters on this, playing a very pivotal character, per usual. Also, you're going to see some pretty recognizable faces in this game, so you don't want to miss it.
So
okay, all right.
You want to win the career.
That's super exciting because one, I'm excited to jump into the career, but two, I feel like a lot of players are going to be happy about having both Troy Baker and Nolan North in the same video game. So that's going to be pretty
Two of the coolest dudes in voice acting in video games. Yeah, like of course.
Reveal of the first gameplay for Xbox Series X. So let's talk about some of the things we're going to see that are specific
there's a
to
story
Xbox
in it.
Series
All right.
So Dirt 5.
It just knocked up my like interest for Dirt 5. I'm being like, to
So, you know, gamers know frame rate.
Put that on your ratings like spectrum line as you will.
On top of that, Dirt 5 will leverage the smart delivery technology.
Next up is and next up is and the next is that's sort of my rating score.
You have an Xbox One in your house, or in
so we're at about a 2, I guess, a 2 or a 3 right now. You're between a 2. Yeah, I'll give it a 2.5. It's like a
So that means that you get into the game almost instantaneously from turning on the console. No more waiting.
See, that's one thing I'm really looking forward to. Series X is the low loading time or short loading times. The fact that you boot up right away, and the fact that you can have multiple games open at the same time. You can just it's quick resume. That I'm really excited about. Yeah, I don't know how many games you can have. I think they said.
I gotta say that I probably speak for everyone watching.
5?
When I say that we're super
5
excited
games you can have open.
Dirt 5
I don't know. I can't remember.
Xbox
It's been a couple months since I saw looking at the first reveal.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we've already seen so many games so far, but the train's going to keep rolling, so we're going to throw it over to Katarina, who's with the Bluebird team, to talk about Medium.
Ooh, yeah. Tell me about Medium.
Games are a fan favorite, and the Medium promises to keep us guessing and our hearts racing. Here to tell us more about the game is Jack, game producer from the Bluebird team. Thank you so much for joining us, Jack.
Hi, hello.
Can you tell us more about this game?
He looks like he looks like you would be like a band member for a pop punk band.
It was the main topic was what can you sacrifice for your family? Can you sacrifice yourself, or you want to sacrifice yourself for your passion to fulfill yourself? The second
that looked creepy.
And then the main topic it was if I'm still human, if my mind maybe is digitalized, or if I have robotic parts, where is the line? You know, like in the body horror stuff. And in the Blair Witch, of course, there was a witch, there was the forest that everyone loves, but in the main topic, in the psychological horror stuff, it was PTSD. So for the medium, we have like 2 worlds in our game, real world and spirit world. We play as a medium that can see these both realities. So we can think like somebody can be a really good guy, but maybe inside it's not. And when you play as a medium, you have a really unique perspective to find out what is inside other people or what happens.
That legit looked like it would have been Constantine.
We heard that you teamed up with legendary music composer Akira Yamaoka.
Like legit, like that guy that was standing there with the trench coat and the cigarette, like that. That's almost like Constantine would be that perfect of a character to be in it. And I don't see anywhere on here that it's a DC project. So it would have been so cool though. I would have loved to have seen a Constantine game, but done in that, like in whatever this world that these guys are creating. Man, that would have been so cool. I would have.
In one way,
kind of sad that it's not, unless it is. I don't know. Look.
Oppressive, and in another way, it can be nostalgic, emotional, and melodic. And to bump it up more, we cooperate Akira with our composer Arkadiusz Rejkowski that create our other scores for our other games, and mix these 2 approaches together to fill up our 2 worlds and our different points of view. So it was really great fun.
This
I mean,
game is really
that's a pretty cool get to get the Silent Hill composer.
Can you talk to us more about the story and these 2 worlds and how the players can look forward to that?
Yeah, so you play as a Marianne, and she's a medium, and like she can cope with this, that she goes, or that she can see the spirit world, the second world, but she's like haunted by really one specific vision that she tried to solve. And she has some kind of a hint that the answers can be in abandoned communist vacation resort. It's like an old hotel. So she go there, and then she need to, find out how the vision is connected with this place and what dark mystery is there. And there two worlds came up because our real world and our real world setting is like it's Poland, late 80s, Krakow. Krakow is a very important city for Poland history. It was the city of kings, and it's of course city of Blueberry. We have company here, we live here, we love the city, and you know it's a free Poland in that time. But because in the 80s and before we lived under the regime, communist regime, and there was like no free of speech. Everything was censored, and when you play as a medium, you have this unique opportunity to see even further than normal people because you see the spirit world, and spirit world is like dark mirror of our world, like when all your like anger, urges, secrets are reflected there. So it also holds my world in some way. So only medium can like, you know, solve some puzzles, some mysteries, and survive.
I mean, I'm not usually into like psychological horror kind of games,
really a
but
genre that can really take advantage of some very immersive gameplay. What are some of the Xbox Series X features that the Bluebird team has harnessed to make sure that you can deliver this epic next-gen title with the medium?
Yeah,
I would say this about this Inside Xbox, that they did stack at the very beginning all the trailers, so people just wanted to just duck out. They could without if they didn't want to know anything more about the game. I don't mind this stuff. I actually kind of like. I think there's a nice little insight from these developers as to what's the game that they're producing.
Our vision.
So that's cool. That's cool.
Xbox Series X,
but I get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea.
And we thought, yeah, this is perfect match for us. And now,
I mean, this is just sort of the Inside Xbox format, is that they do gameplay, they do trailers, and then they also do interviews with developers, which not a lot of people do anymore. They just sort of like, let's just show the trailers, let's just show the gameplay or whatever, which I get that a lot of gamers would want. But it's like I like that we get to see a peek behind the curtain, as it were, for what we're gonna eventually play.
Screens and any FPS drops, it's like awesome. And of course, we use Xbox Series X in different ways, in many different ways. But I will leave this maybe more for the future. So stay tuned, guys.
Ooh, mysterious. I think I speak for all the fans when I say that I'm super excited to play the medium when it launches on the Xbox Series X. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jack.
Also, thank you very much.
I want to give a special thank you to all of our developers from around the world who pulled out all the stops to share.
Are they going to do one more thing?
Look at Xbox Series
I don't
X
think so.
gameplay with all of you today. It's also great to see how many developers are taking advantage and leveraging things like smart delivery, really putting our fans first. And of course, we're doing that with all of our Xbox Game Studios titles. And as I said, we're not taking the summer off. Today is just the beginning. It's time to get hyped because in July, it's Xbox Game Studios world premieres, reveals, lots of news. Mark your calendars.
So it's interesting that they're doing it in July and not in June. So, all right, cool. Yeah, all right. I don't know. That one kind of didn't really hit for me. There's some interesting stuff in there for sure. I mean, what was it, Blood Memory Infinite or something like that? The first one that they showed off, that looked really cool. But when I sort of hear like when they're promoting gameplay, I'm expecting to see like in-game, like obviously in-game engine stuff, which just seems that that's pretty much what they showed. But there was nothing like any of the UI, any of the HUD, anything that we're going to be able to see. And I don't know, I have this sort of weird sort of obviously like different sort of eye on gameplay when I sort of like see gameplay trailers or anything like that at all. Mainly because we like accessibility wise, we don't get to glean a lot from any of the reveals, which is kind of sad. Like I would think that with Xbox, you would sort of get to see that pushed out. And I know that they did an audio described stream, at least on Mixer, for those who are blind, especially like, so that, from my perspective, but beyond that, it didn't really show much of anything as far as accessibility wise. Now, granted, this could be 100% because crazy time that we're in, a lot of games could have been delayed. A lot of reveals that they wanted to be able to show in this had to be delayed. And they were like, Xbox was under the gun to be able to at least push something. I don't know, but I think because you had like, there's no push for E3 this year, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a push for even PAX West this year. You had the time, to be able to ramp up. I don't know whether or not the marketing push of this was mainly because they wanted to sort of beat PlayStation, because we haven't heard anything from PlayStation as of yet. And it could be that they knew that they were going to be releasing something or announcing something soon, so they wanted to get out in front of it to talk about Xbox Series X, which I get. Like, so there's multiple different factors to try to be able to at least be able to put that could have set the Xbox up into the stratosphere as far as next gen, or it could basically just kind of show what they had. And I think in reality is today was essentially they just showed just what they had. There wasn't really a huge amount, like there was no major studios. There was a lot, like at least any like of the AAA variety other than Ubisoft. And so it didn't really, it did, like, and EA with Madden 21, but I mean, even then we didn't really get to see much. It's sort of like a tribute to the past Madden games, and we couldn't like really get to see any more of it. And it just seemed like that. I think if they pushed this till June, they could have possibly had more reveals in it from the third parties. We could have probably seen a WB game. We probably could have seen even Cyberpunk, because it seems that Xbox is the marketing partner for Cyberpunk. We could have seen a few other things, and maybe we could have seen a little bit more of an extended gameplay. Like, I think that Ubisoft could have just basically just released that gameplay, and that would have been net. Like, I don't think they needed to be in the inside Xbox and then hugely promoted as it did. I mean, here's the thing. I'm excited for a lot of these. Some of these games look pretty cool. But as far as from an accessibility standpoint, nothing was revealed. Nothing was shown. I know that Xbox has an sort of internal guidelines for accessibility, and I know that's a big push from Phil Spencer himself. He's even told me so on Twitter. And also, I know that Ubisoft has a big push internally for accessibility. So I know that they're being worked on, but any of these third parties other than Xbox and Ubisoft, I have no idea what their accessibility is going to be like, because these are all third party. They're not internal studios. So I'm skeptical for quite a few of these, and because I don't know. And I know that of course they're not going to showcase a lot of accessibility in these gameplay trailers, but I would like them to be. I would like to be able to show, like, have them promote accessibility from the forefront, and hopefully we'll get to that point when if there's a game that's being worked on and accessibility is kind of a big part of it, that we'll get to see some of that in future updates and future gameplay trailers or whichever, or at least being able to show that accessibility is being brought up in the design of the game. But for this, it just really didn't show much, and I don't know. I'm probably going to this might echo a lot of people start talking about online. I don't think that people are going to they're kind of underwhelmed with this as well. I mean, I applaud Xbox. I can't wait for Xbox to kill it. Like, they seem to be poised to be the competing factor in this next gen, when we haven't seen anything from Sony at all. So I applaud that Xbox is going on the forefront and making sure that when people think next gen, they think of Xbox, and they're doing it right. I just think that today could have been more, they could have had more. And I think if they delayed it a little bit, probably maybe push this into be the June release, and then they could have had some more announcements they could have put in there. Especially because if they say that July is going to be their own internal studio announcements, I think that if they did this in June and then say, hey, we're going to do some Xbox Game Pass or Game Studios in July, then it would have been at least a quicker turnaround. I don't know. I just think that the timing of this could have been a little bit better, and it maybe could have allowed them to be able to make some bigger announcements other than just Valhalla, which we didn't really see much of. So I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. I just kind of was just disappointed is probably the best way. I think maybe I just set my expectations too high. maybe I just sort of thought like, oh great, now we get to see some really cool stuff. Finally get to see some of the big games that people are working on. But in reality, it was just sort of, okay, sure. That's kind of basically I'm probably gonna even title this video. It's like, okay, sure. Yeah, but anyway, that's it for me. Leave a comment down below if you what game did excite you the most. What'd you think of the Inside Xbox today? Leave a comment down below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It would appreciate it, even though I know you probably didn't necessarily like the Inside Xbox, but if you like this video at least, I would appreciate the thumbs up. If you want to be able to see more of my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you want to be notified as to when new videos come out, make sure to hit the bell notification icon as well. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I remain obediently yours.